Here's 4 quick hit, wildly practical ways to encourage more diverse perspectives in small groups. First one is, as a facilitator, you play the traffic cop a little bit. You think about a traffic cop managing a construction site, and they're out there going like this, waving people forward, ushering people along. And sometimes in a small group, if you're recognizing that somebody is taking up 70% of the airtime, what you need to do, and I will do this physically, instead of saying, stop, and being really brash like that, I might say, ooh, I love that perspective. And before we move forward, I would love to hear more perspectives in the room so that we have a full picture before we start making choices. Right, so that phrase, what I'm doing is saying, stop, go. So you're just playing traffic cop. And so being really mindful of taking on that role. If you are not in a position of leading a meeting and you're not in the role of facilitator, which happens a lot in meetings where there might actually be nobody technically running that meeting, I would invite you to take the social risk or assume the social risk to say, hey, let me jump in here. I'm just noticing that so-and-so and so-and-so, you're like really passionate about this, sharing lots of ideas, but I feel like there are some perspectives getting missed. Can we just pause for 3 seconds and invite some of those perspectives in? There's a social risk in doing that. I would say the benefit far outweighs the risk. Number 2, create productive silence. Oh my goodness. If you want a really full unpacking of this, just go up to the search bar and type in how to create productive silence. I have a video with like a whole bunch of methods on how to do this. Right now, I just want to share with you the idea and the purpose of like silence is this majorly underutilized tool in meetings and small groups. Just even that 2 seconds right there is enough for the brain to reset, get a little bit of intention, and choose a path. So an example recently, a meeting with my business manager, Heather, and we've got a ton of stuff on our check-in list. We check in every Monday, and I just said, full pause. There's a lot of stuff floating around in both of our brains. Can we just brainstorm alone first and together second? Can we just get out the list of all the things that we want to tackle today and then begin talking? And by doing that, like I tend to be a pretty forward, loud person, and I do not want to silence Heather's perspective because she has an attention to the details in my business that I just don't. And so by pausing and creating that space, we can all get on the same page and jump ahead. The third idea, draw a box. In the center of the room, I will actually gesture. If we're all sitting around or in the meeting, I will literally draw a box and be like, hey, there are perspectives in this room that right now are buried in people's brains, and I want to make sure that we get everything out on the table that will help us move forward. And so can we just take a few minutes, and if you've got a perspective that is not currently out on the table, can you just ponder how you want to formulate or share that? And in 5 seconds, toss it out, and we'll put it metaphorically in the box. There's something about just physically drawing a space. Maybe this is just my facilitation style. I use lots of hand motions, but it's useful for me to draw a physical, visual representation of where I want to put diverse perspectives that aren't currently in the group. And then the fourth one, and perhaps the most important that overlays all of them, is as a facilitator, you have 2 dials that control whether or not somebody shares. And it's the risk dial and the value dial. How risky is it to participate? And how much value will be added to the group if I do participate? If the value is low and the risk is high, ain't nobody raising their hand, right? If the risk is really low but the value is really high, you're gonna have to take names to see who's gonna actually share first, because everybody's gonna be willing to jump in, because a low risk, high value share is an easy way to encourage diverse perspectives. There are tons of ways across the channel that will help you reduce risk, create a culture of connection, belonging, trust, etc. I'm Chad Littlefield. I get to do this for a living. Thanks for letting me drop into your world for just a few minutes to hopefully make your meetings and gatherings better and more filled with all perspectives, not just some. Have an awesome day.